this volcano on my forehead,
Yeah.
just massive pimple, and I was like, how did this happen? I'm so massive on this billboard, like so grateful that I'm
so
up
grateful.
there, but then
the
there's
pimple
a
is
big
is
old,
the size of the ball that drops at New Year's.
He was up there too.
Give it up for Jonah, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my brother in the building. What's going on? I'm Maxwell, but it is about you, man. And we were talking before we started to roll the cameras here about how we've literally grown together, man. And watching this light continue to shine and you to step into your greatness even further, man. How excited are you for 2025 and all that's still to come?
Dude, so excited. First of all, yeah, we've known each other, what, 8
Yeah,
years now?
it's nuts.
It's crazy. So fun to grow up together, and also I feel like that with like the fans and everyone, like we're all getting older together, and this year feels like, you know, we're hitting our stride in a lot of different ways, and it just feels like things are kind of coming together, and yeah, there's momentum happening.
You've set a solid foundation.
That's right.
And it's been a thing that I want to think you had, you know, with very much purpose done that. You know, you made sure that you always led with love, and you were consistently, just solid throughout. So to know that you were able to impart that in the music from day one, and to see that's the reason why we have continued to grow together. Yeah. That's the reason why. Like, how purposeful was it for you to make sure that you led with love?
That's my whole thing. Yeah. I mean, I think that like love transcends everything and breaks down everything, all the other stuff that we deal with in life, and like especially through the band, like there were some hard times that we all went through, and I feel like love overshines everything. Like, you know, like darkness is only darkness until there's light, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, let's
dropping gems.
Let's
and we're
go,
only
man.
like 45 seconds
Come
into the
on.
conversation.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm so grateful to be here talking with you right now. It's
Dude,
2025, and it feels really good. And like you were saying, love, such a big part of what I do and who I am, and I know that's what you're about too. And just like, yeah, I mean, when I play shows, I love to just sit there and talk with everybody after the show.
Let's go down that route right now, man, because you already conquered like a 20-something city tour, selling out venues, and to be able to step into the light and, you know, and have it be a scary moment at time because you're doing it for yourself and by yourself, you know what I mean, for the first time in a while, but to show up and to see the folks show out for you. What did that mean to you?
Everything. It's vulnerable, you know, like stepping away. I feel like I left the sort of the safety bubble and just like my built-in community that was the band, and went out on, you know, everything just evaporated. So it's like all of a sudden it took a year and a half, 2 years of like really trying to figure out myself and realize that a lot of my identity and validation was coming through the band and this craziness. And I mean, that's a weird way to grow up. So
Serious.
I feel like I really went through some hard moments in 2023-ish and then pushed through it. And I feel like 2024 was like comeback, like starting to, you know,
I
got a
was there to witness
manager,
it.
put out some music. You were there and like before the music came out, we were talking.
Yes, man.
So it's like, and then this tour was just like, oh my gosh, such a, like, it felt like a warm hug seeing everybody again. And, like,
and you broke down some of those moments in between the songs. I was blessed enough to see the show here in New York, and you know, and first off, I was beaming when I saw Gabby Sklar, because Gabby's the homie.
We love Gabby.
Yeah, we love Gabby.
Yeah.
And then to see you step into that moment and to be vulnerable on stage and to tell it like it was and to sincerely let the fans in that building know how much it meant for you to be able to be up there and find the strength. When you did, after the shows, how fulfilling was it for you to go back home, finally get some rest after the adrenaline calms down, and to say to yourself, man, I did that?
Fulfilling is the word, for sure. And I honestly think that vulnerability is the key to connection.
Yes.
Like if we can sit here and talk about real things that we're dealing with as humans, and I can put that out on the table, that kind of opens the door for then you to talk about something similar.
100%.
And like, I think that in a lot of ways I was able to do that with Twisted Lullaby and some of those
Bro, you're taking all the thunder away from this conversation, man, because that's exactly where I was going to lean into it. I was going to ask you about that. We spoke about that when you first created the record, and how you took those lyrics, and there was a lot of truth in it, but it was the way that you were able to let everyone know about your past experience with Why Don't We? But you shed light, and you actually gave a lot of love to your brothers in that song as well,
Those are my
man.
boys,
Those are the
man.
homies, man. So when you do feel that you can be vulnerable, you can be open, and you can all the things that you've learned to create and put out a body of work like that, or put out that particular song, it's got to be like just man, hell yeah.
Yeah, it feels good. And when I made that song, it was more therapy than anything. Like it was just getting it out felt so good, getting out of my system. And then I didn't realize that it was gonna come out even when we made it. And then listening back, I was like, all right, this is a cool way to come out the gate and just hit the nail on the head. Like, yo, this is what I'm thinking about. This is what I'm dealing with. And that started this whole thing. And now here we are, Slow Motion's out. We're rolling into 2025 in the top 40 on radio.
That's what I'm saying.
This is crazy.
You're doing all the things that are meant to be happening, man.
Yeah.
You've got, and it's not just you. We do want to make sure the world knows that you do, and you mentioned it just a bit ago, have a solid core group around you, your manager, the producer. Let's give it up for Ryan Lewis, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like that part right there too. And I know how that kind of came together, but you want to explain how a trip to Seattle was it, and he's got the house and the cabins and all that kind of stuff. Like how was it that you got the chance to work with Ryan to help bring this mixtape to light?
So I met Ryan because our mutual friend Jason Koenig directed a couple of the music videos for Why Don't We?
Another part of the nucleus, the family, the team.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I kind of looked up to Jason in a lot of ways and would call him and ask for advice. And so when the band was coming to an end, I called him and was kind of like, what should I do? I'm nervous about this. I don't know. And so he got his start in the music industry with Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. And I loved the heist.
Yo,
that
listen,
was like,
bro.
I mean, come on.
He was part of the reason why the entire world was thrift shopping after a second, bro.
Yeah,
like, for real.
100%. That was a moment, man. So when Jason heard that, he was just like, I feel like you and Ryan would really get along. Yeah. And we met, and then the second session we ever did together, Ryan asked to produce my whole project. And I'm so grateful for him. He's such a kind man, and also just like doesn't feel like there's high pressure when we're in the studio, and I really appreciate that. And it's just like a safe space to throw out whatever, and it's been great.
Creating from that place where you know that you can just be your best self, your most comfortable self, and that's what's gonna yield the best results. Yeah. Yo, is that what the ultimate goal is for an artist, a creator, to just be able to go in there and to finally find that peace to just know that I could take off all the blinders and I can just be me.
Yeah, I think so. Watching that have you seen the new Bob Dylan movie with Timothy Chalamet?
Man, Timothy Chalamet, bro. You bodied it, the Oscar noms and all that stuff. Yeah, dude, go ahead, snap. He embodied the green and white polka dot shirt. Like, I was like, yes.
I've seen it twice now in theaters. I'm gonna go again before it's done. I think I'm gonna go tomorrow night again. So I'm so inspired by it, and watching. I feel like he really encapsulated Bob Dylan, and Bob's from Minnesota as well. So I was like, that inspired me, and I kind of got on a hot streak of writing after that. So this year we're gonna have some fire stuff coming out. I'm excited, and just I think for me, writing lately has been like a journal entry. It's just like whatever is on my mind, and instead of going into it I gotta make this super catchy top hit. I feel like the best stuff actually comes from heartfelt, this is what I'm thinking about right now.
And those things are going to be the ones that rise to the top. Last night, when you're watching this, obviously it's not something that's going to... But last night we were both in the same building, separate times, but watching Teddy Swims.
Oh, man.
Put his heart and soul into his brand new album.
Yeah.
And the thing is that he is the same way, where it's you're not trying, and he's not trying to create a, let me do this because this is what the world sounds like now. Let me do this what I feel in my heart, and let me do this and watch what happens there. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, and you can hear it in his voice. You can hear the stories and the things that he's lived through just in his tone.
While we're there, dude, who are some people that you're listening to and looking up to, and you're really just kind of, finding comfort in their sound right now?
I mean, lately, Bob Dylan and Joan Baez, because the the
Yeah.
movie just inspired me so much. But also, I love the Eagles so much.
All right.
I saw them at the Sphere.
Oh, damn.
That was like
That's an
that was
experience,
Ryan's birthday gift to me. He was like, you, your dad, your uncle, everyone goes to the Sphere and see the Eagles. I was like, oh my gosh, like that's
What is your life
crazy.
right now, bro?
I know, it is
like,
crazy,
yeah,
bro.
like
It's
seriously,
crazy.
just listen. You can see it on the socials. You're at the very top of the Empire State Building making viral videos. What is your life, dude? Jonah, gosh.
I know, man.
When you get to think about the fact that you get to live your dream, and you haven't taken a moment of this for granted. Gosh, man, and I know we talked about the waves and the ebbs and flows of what your career has been, but like at this point, think to yourself, I get to do what is my purpose.
Yeah. Yeah.
How cool and insanely, wild is it that you can actually verbalize those words?
It really feels like this is who God made me to be, man. And I feel like I'm like living out that, and it's so beautiful, and I'm so grateful for you and iHeart and everyone. I mean, the fact that as an artist, I get to go in the studio and create something and actually have people on the other side that are waiting to hear what
Lots of people.
I'm making. You know what I mean? Like that's every artist's dream, and the fact that I get to go out and share it with people and sing it and see people's faces in person. Like later today, I'm seeing the billboard for the first time in Times Square with that we did, and seeing, like, I'm having fans come and hang out, and we're gonna look at it. I'm like, this is a moment we all did together. You know, this isn't just a me thing.
Does that part ever though get weird, seeing your face 35 feet long?
Well, yeah.
Because you've been on billboards before, and there's been things. And
but there was 4 other people up there too.
True.
I mean, yes, that was amazing. But also, like, seeing just me up there is like, whoa, this is crazy. It's very strange. And like, this morning I went to go see it, and this is funny. I got there, and there was a photo. I guess it was maybe not the exact right photo that we sent or something. I don't know. But it was fully unedited, and I had a friend up there with me. This volcano on my forehead, just massive pimple, and I was like, "How did this happen? I'm so massive on this billboard, like so grateful that I'm up there." But then there's a big old,
is the size of the ball that drops at New Year's.
Yeah, he was up there too, for sure.
Dude, but those things in those moments, to see yourself, on those billboards, they're because of the tremendous amount of hard work and love and dedication that you put into the craft.
We got the photo switched out, by the way.
All right. Thank you for whoever did that to get the photo big.
Yeah.
We got to talk about another massive opportunity, bro. You got the chance to host American Top 40, AT40 for the homie, the GOAT, Ryan Seacrest, dude. What's it like when you get to be on several radio stations across the globe, and you get to host, and here's another thing. Try not to be so good next time, because I'm trying to have a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't come for my job, bro. But when you get those opportunities, like, how cool is that? That's got to be the dopest feeling.
Crazy, man. I used to listen to that show. I mean, I still listen to that show. And I remember being young and like mowing my lawn, and I would have Ryan Seacrest's Top 40 countdown in my ears. So wild to be there. And I mean, they had me take it over and like say all the in-betweens, tell stories. Like it felt good. It felt really good.
It felt a little too good and a little too comfortable, bro. And I'm just gonna have to start to work on my craft
I'm
a little
coming for
bit,
you.
bro.
No.
That's what it feels like, dog. It's like, good Lord. Oh man. No. As we put a bow on this amazing conversation, because clearly we've been buds for a while. We can continue to talk forever.
Yeah.
We do need to show a little love to this single, Slow Motion. First off, how does a song start for you? How does a particular record, is it a voice memo? Is it just a melody in the phone? Is it writing down? How does a song start? In particular, this one. How does Slow Motion
it's
begin?
always a little different. I feel like this is just songs want to be what they want to be. And we were actually working on a different song that day. It was Ryan, Jason, and I, and we were in the studio in Atwater Village in Los Angeles, and we were working on a different song. Ryan went to go to the bathroom, and he came back, and he was humming this melody.
Wow.
And I was like, "That's sick. You should play that." And so he played it on the piano, and then I was like, "Yo, try a synth." And he went over, played that first sound that was like, I was like, "Yo, that's it." And then we were just chasing the vibe the rest of the night, and it was like, the first song that we made where I could hear it like, oh, this could come out at like a house party or a club, and it could be like kind of this more like dancey record.
Yeah.
And also like I've always felt like I've been on the road since I was like 15,
14, 15
like,
years old,
half my life now. And that's a wild way to grow up, like fast moving and everything. And like I can count on my hand like the few times where a girl's come along and just like stopped me in my tracks, and just like everything just becomes slower and like around her. And so I wanted to write a song about that, and I felt like it's almost like holy, man. Like it's like crazy. So I wanted to write a song about that, and that's kind of how we got to
even hear you say that, man, that's really powerful, just to know, in this whirlwind of a life that you grew up in, to know that, you know, that moment of still, of calm, of comfort, of slow motion is what you desired. And that's why when making this song, it came out to be such a natural song, and you were just chasing the vibe for what it was, because it was something that you were truly feeling.
That's right.
Damn, Jonah.
That's right.
Man, good Lord. Well, in honor of the song Slow Motion, got a little something for you, man.
What?
All right, little rapid fire questions, slow motion answers. I'm gonna throw you some questions, all right? Rapid fire, but you have to answer in slow motion.
Like, what do you mean slow motion?
Like, you cannot talk regularly like we are talking. Slow motion. There you go, man. All right, here we go. Question number 1 for you, Jonah. Oh, man, if you can go anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Bora Bora.
Okay, all right.
Is that good?
Yeah, that was good. That was solid. All right, here we go. Rapid fire questions. Slow motion answers with Jonah. Here we go. First thing you're buying if you win the lotto, like the Powerball.
My parents.
This is a little too fast.
My parents' house for them.
There we go. All right, got a couple more, man. All right, swapping closets with any celebrity. You got some pretty, fly style. We already did, but swapping closets with any celebrity. Who is it?
Oh man, that's hard. I don't know. I don't know who has fire. I feel like Tom Holland.
You're talking way too fast, bro. You're talking way too fast.
Tom Holland.
Last one. Rapid fire questions, slow motion answers. Oh man, we obviously know the Limelights. We will forever be a part of it. What do you want to say to the day ones, to the fans, right there, in slow motion?
I love you.
We love you too, man. Round of applause, Jonah Marais, hanging out with us at iHeartRadio. Slow motion, you know what you got to do. Run those numbers up, and of course, you got to listen to the entire mixtape on iHeartRadio.